Hey, wonderful people. We appreciate all our followers on the Tea with Pius and Solomon. And we are so excited to welcome you to season 2. And today we are talking about the principles of money. We are talking about something that really matters to many of you in your heart. So brace yourself for an exciting series and questions I know they'll be coming, raining on us, but we are here for it and we are excited. Welcome to the tea.
I'm a student, and right now I have like 3 years to finish school. And I wanted to ask, what can I do now that can enable me to be at par or even ahead? Because most of my peers are graduating right now. But my course takes longer, so I graduate like in 3 years. So what can I do right now that will enable me to be ahead in terms of career or financially? And you mentioned something about business and not thinking small. So when you're doing business, at what point do you realize I need to scale? And what do you do, or what measures do you put in place to scale your business? Yeah.
So, what are you in school for?
Vet medicine.
Vet?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's the career you are passionate about pursuing?
Yes.
So, my advice to you immediately is just work with your existing passion. Identify opportunities in the career you're about to enter and start engaging now. There are 2 ways to do that, in my humble opinion. Number 1, go and work for the best vet you can find. Yeah, even if they don't want to pay you yet because you're still in school, do it for free. Because the experience is what is most valuable for you. And hopefully, if you follow Pius's advice and do it excellently, they will have no choice but to pay you. Because most human beings intrinsically are fair. And if you give enough value, even the person who is mkonogam, it will just feel like, anyway, I have to do something because you've gone above and beyond. So you'll gain experience, which is going to be invaluable for you as you finish school. And do it in a way that is structured so that you can record the credit in your CV, so on, get letters of recommendation when you do leave, if you leave, and that sort of thing. The other approach for me, because I tend to be more entrepreneurial, I like to make money like now, find business opportunities in your field. Vets. I know a number of vets who breed dogs, for instance. I even have a cousin. He hasn't done it in a while, but not a vet. Music industry DJ, a very, very good DJ. The guy was breeding this Bobo, South African. Yeah. And was making silly money. He was selling each puppy for, I think, 110, 120K. And if the thing gives birth to 8 puppies, very easily you're generating significant income. And it's in your field of study, right? It's not, if a DJ can do that, right? I would trust buying certified breed of puppies from a vet student than a DJ. And use it. Be bold about using the fact that you're in school. It's not a handicap, right? I would even use it in my pitch. Yeah, I'm studying vet at this institution, blah, blah, blah. I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, and I'm sure there's many other similar opportunities. I know, for instance, others who breed cattle. There's a famous one in Ukambani that my aunt used to buy. I think she was buying each cow for like 440K. And the guy has waiting lists. You call him today, is like, I'm sorry, zimebukiwa mpaka next year October. You can get, nothing says you have to wait to engage in those low-hanging opportunities. That would be my approach. Yeah, in terms of scaling a business, how do you know when it's time to scale? You will feel it. Your customers will complain that you're not delivering on time. A famous gentleman in the US, someone I really take lessons from, said, you listen to customers when they complain, because their complaining or negative comments will give you innovation. You don't shy away when a customer complains. It's an opportunity to innovate, because they're telling you what's not working. And you know what to fix, you know what problem to solve, so that you can keep getting paid. And you also listen to them when they're making positive comments, because that's affirmation, it's encouraging, that's positive energy that keeps you going. It's a signpost along the way to let you know that you're on the path that you're supposed to be, right? So celebrate the small wins. Don't shy away from the problems. They're an opportunity to innovate. And when your customers start to complain that you're not delivering on time, means you need to grow your team. You need to build capacity. That means you're scaling. Scaling comes with costs. So you need to think about budgets. How much is it going to cost you? How much can you raise to cover that cost? What is the return on that investment over X period of time? So you need to be methodical about it, as opposed to just stumbling along like a blind person reacting. You at some point you may need to engage professionals who can help you strategize. Add them to your team as you go along and that sort of thing. So as far as how or when, it'll tell you, you'll see the signals, and you just need to respond appropriately. That's what I would say.
I think, just to add what I'd say, do not despise humble beginnings. Every good business has a story. If Solo tells you how he started, those humble beginnings are really what make a business amazing. Our humble beginnings are really, I'm so proud of our humble beginnings. So you're someone who is starting, so just find a starting point. I had just finished my CPA exams. I had passed, so I was interested in experimenting all this knowledge that I've been learning about business, and the idea of multiplying money was really intriguing for me. And I just looked around campus and asked myself, what is the one thing that people would like but is missing? And I was like, if I put sausages in tuck shops, for those guys who are in campus, do you still have tuck shops? Yeah. If I put sausages in tuck shops, as people wake up in the morning and they go to buy bread, and they find nice shiny sausages, it would tempt them and they would buy the sausages. So that was the idea. So I would buy sausages. 5 a.m. in the morning, I would wake up and cook them very quickly. Then I would put them in a nice bowl and I would take them to the various tuck shops. Then I would go for classes. As I am done with my classes, I come back, passing by the tuck shops, and all my sausages were gone. And after a short period of time, guess what? The guys who were managing the tuck shops, they also started putting their own sausages. So I knew the time for my idea was over. So I asked myself, what else do people need in campus? Our days when we were in campus, computers were new. We didn't have laptops. It was PCs. And for you to touch a computer, you needed to go to a computer lab. So we had the privilege of having a computer lab. And I'm not sure that this generation knows discs, but the only way you could save your work was in a disc, in a diskette. So I was like, wow, people can't find diskettes in campus. So I changed my business from sausages to diskettes. So I'd buy diskettes. Again, I take them to the tuck shops. At the end of the week, they are over. I've doubled my money. I bring new diskettes. Same. Again, after a short period of time, what happened? They started stocking diskettes. But I was not offended with them copying me. I was actually very excited that I can actually spot opportunities. For me, that was it. But why am I saying this? I started by selling sausages, but that didn't mean that I was going to sell sausages for the rest of my life, right? I was only learning business principles. And today I do what I do. And those principles I'm still topping up those principles. I'm still learning. Business is a place where you learn every day. It's the highest school of education. I'm telling you, school just gives you the entry level qualification. But business will teach you things that you never imagined that they'll teach you. So for me, I'd say you are doing veterinary. Is it a skill that you can start earning money now? If it's a skill you can start earning money now, then what are you waiting for? You know? If it's not a skill that you can start earning money now and you still have some time, find something that you can do that is related to it, or even not related to it. One day they will converge somewhere. But 10 years, 20 years from today, you might be a CEO in a big or a company, and that will be your story of your humble beginnings. Does that make sense? It does. On scaling up, what I'd say is everything in life, the way I've learned, is a process. We try to do things very quickly, but still we find life subjects us to a process. Either it is you growing or something around you is growing. So, and that's why that humble beginning will lead you to another business and another business. We can give an example. The idea of Amazon, original idea of Amazon, was just to be a what? A library? Online bookstore. That was the humble beginning of Amazon. But what does Amazon do today? It's like the biggest distributor in the world right now, isn't it? And they just use the window of internet. So as you start with your humble beginning, the business starts teaching you things. The customers start interacting with you, and you're hearing and you're responding. You will know moments to leap. There are things that will come. There's something that really touched me. Steve Jobs. He was asked, when will Apple be able to compete with Microsoft and IBM? Because they were large businesses and Apple was a niche business. And his answer completely blew my mind. He said, I'm waiting for the next window. The next window of opportunity. Did that window of opportunity come? Yes, it came. How did it come? Internet and music. And Apple was the first company that brought a phone, a music gadget, and internet data together through all these apps. We didn't know about apps before Apple, isn't it? So scaling is also a question of the window of opportunity. So there is a process. You can't be the biggest business today. 10 years from today, we'll meet Solo, we're having this conversation, and I can tell you Goshen will be on another level. 10 years from today, We meet and you're talking about Nabo Capital, it will not be the Nabo Capital you know today. It will be a completely scaled up business, you know. So, process. I can't tell you the timing, but just follow the process and you will know. Your customers will let you know it's time to scale up.
Thank you so much for watching and tuning in and being part of this conversation. You have been watching The Tea with Pius and Solomon. See you next time.